Hi, I'm Teddy and I run a tattoo marketing company. Today we're going to take a look at how to fix a broken tattoo studio funnel. A funnel is basically where the customer first finds you to actually them giving you money and getting a tattoo. Right? So it basically could be an ad, it could be a website. A lot of the times they're connected, right? Let's say the ad goes to the website, and then the website, they have to fill out a form and then they can book with you and make a deposit, right? For example. So this would be like the customer flow. But today I want to take a look at different like parts of the funnel. So we're going to take a look at website. We're going to take a look at like your Google profile, social media, and some ads as well. Awesome. Let's get started. So, one moment. Yep. Right here. So we're going to start first with a website review. We're going to take a look at Google presence and SEO, then social media, and then meta ads review, and then a little conclusion. So I picked a random studio around the world and I just kind of analyzed it completely. So we're going to take a look at their website, their Google presence, social media, everything from just one studio. So you can kind of see like how all of these, like if we would improve all of these slowly or slightly at least, then it would have a huge impact, right? Because all the channels kind of work together, if you will. Awesome. So let's take a look at website review. So whenever I first like start analyzing a website, I always take a look at page speed, right? Page speed is how long does it take for the website to actually load. Now I use pagespeed.web.dev, which is a website that basically analyzes all the content and tries to load the page and just kind of tries to see what the SEO is, the accessibility, the performance, right? Now, I think this is not surprising, right? But 90% of the traffic is mobile. So that means that the site needs to load quickly on mobile, which is more important than the site loading quickly on desktop, right? So mobile first, I would say. Now, here I basically took a look at the company website, and you can see that the Core Web Vital assessment right here has failed, right? So we can see that the page is too slow, right? The largest contentful pane takes about 8.7 seconds, right? So it takes about 8 seconds for the person to actually see anything on the website, right? Why is the speed so slow for this tattoo shop? Because they are using a video, right? And the video is high quality and it just takes ages to load and nobody wants to wait for that, right? So most traffic, what do? They get a customer and then the customer takes a look at the video and then just goes away in 3 seconds, in 5 seconds, right? Because they don't want to wait 8 seconds to see your video. Nobody wants to wait like that. So most people browse on mobile, and I don't think that's changing anytime soon. Now, if you take a look at their SEO, like they're scoring about 85. Now, I actually went ahead and I did my own searches, right, in a private browser for like the city and then tattoo, or tattoo in and then your city, right? So tattoo in Philadelphia, tattoo in Bangkok, right? And nowhere to be found. I couldn't find the studio on the first like 3 pages of Google, just nothing, right? So that's a problem, right? If people can find you, they can book a tattoo with you. So they definitely need to change that. Now, just to kind of demonstrate the speed one more time, here you can actually see it. What does the user see, right? So on mobile, we have a blank screen, black screen, black screen, and then they start to see, right? They see the little logo at the top. I blurred that out for privacy, and then they see that chat widget right at the bottom, but still the video is not loading. So at least here, so that would be like slide number 8, maybe, right? We can see that the actual name of the studio starts to be shown, but the video is still not shown, right? The same goes for desktop. Again, just blank, then black with the logo, and then you get a little bit of like a review pops out even here on mobile, right? We can see a review here at the bottom, right? So that's why like the score is so bad. Actually, yeah, they got 41, right? So that's the performance score, right? And we need to get to at least 90, right? Because we can't just be giving people all these reasons to go find another studio, right? If your website is slow, you're basically giving people reason to go and find somebody else whose website works well, right? And it's much easier to book with them. Right. Awesome. Google, right? So on Google, they got 5-star reviews, right? Only 5-star reviews. Basically, they got about maybe 100 reviews total. So that's looking really good, right? We want to see that. Now, here at the bottom, you can see that it says suggest an edit or own this business ? Now, when Google is asking if you own this business, it means that it's unclaimed or unverified, which means that you need to go and you need to verify it, right? It looks what? It looks just unprofessional, right? So it's important that somebody actually, that you watch like your GMB, right? Your Google My Business listing, and you see like you reply to reviews, you let's say report pictures that somebody can like tag your business, and then you need to report that picture, right? If it's, for example, at the wrong angle or it's just like making you look bad, you can report it, right? Yeah, but they got great reviews and great rating, which is super important. So they probably have some kind of mechanism in place, which could be, let's say, an email sequence, could be an SMS sequence, right? Where somebody gets a tattoo and then, let's say 3 hours later, there's an email that's like, hey, happy that you got your tattoo. Can you leave us a review? Let us know how it went, blah, 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 and get something maybe if you give us a review, a small bonus or something like that, right? To incentivize people to give, reviews. Yeah, we see a lot of like mediocre photos, on this one. I can't unfortunately show it because I would leak the studio, but they're like publishing some bad photos themselves as well, like on their Google. So yeah, there's a lot of things that could be improved. Awesome. Let's take a look at the next one, social media. So most tattoo shops, like what I see even tattoo artists do is that they just post tattoos. Like, this is the tattoo that I did today. One picture, right? A tattoo, right? Or a short video. Here's my tattoo, right? But like, I think tattoos are nice, right? But we need to get creative, right? We need to show something that would get people interested, right? And just like pictures of tattoos are not really something that, everybody does that. So we need more. We need behind the scenes. We need something about artist routine. Like, how does it artists prepare for you, at the start of the day, things like that, right? It needs to be something different, something that would catch people's attention and give your page like more followers, right? More kind of validity, more authenticity, right? I think that would help a lot. Reels over photos. So I think reels are the way forward with social media. So I would focus on making videos, right? Like artist moments, some reactions. We did like some kind of UGC, right? So user generated content. So ask people some questions, make it seem like a story that, this tattoo, was on this person's mind for a long time. And then they got it, right? And their dream came through basically because of you, right? So you were the person who made their dream come through, which is just like an amazing feeling, right? And then obviously don't post bad tattoos, delete bad tattoos. Like, sometimes it happens, right, that a customer is browsing and then they see one tattoo that you did or that the studio posted, right? And it's just a bad tattoo. Like here, right? This would be a good example of a not so good tattoo, right? And then you can also see that like the photo's not good as well, right? So it's the combination of both, right? So when you combine a bad tattoo with a bad photo, then you look like an idiot. You know what I mean? So it's really important that just the photos look professional and that you only post good photos that make you look awesome, that would make somebody want to come and get a tattoo at your shop or studio. Awesome. If we take a look at meta ads, right? So this studio is running some ads, right? And I've actually, I responded to one of these ads to check their response speed. And it was very fast. They responded within about 5 minutes. So I think that's something that a lot of studios are missing, is that it takes just like hours or days to get like a response, right? That's like the typical tattoo artist. Like you message him and then in 3 days, he's like, oh yeah, can you, answer me here or can you come, blah, blah, blah. Right. So it just takes time. And in that moment, that person starts browsing and looking for a different tattoo shop, right? So we need to be on it. We need to be there. We need to be responding. It's super important. So that's what they're doing well. unfortunately, these kind of like, I didn't really like the tattoos that they posted in the ads. I think this is fine, looks super AI generated, right? Because they have a lot of M dashes, right? That's kind of the way to know if there's a normal dash, right? And then this is like the prolonged dash, the M dash, right? That kind of means that it's AI generated, right? A lot of different emojis, right? Again, AI. I'm not saying emojis are bad. I'm just saying you need to make sure that your ads don't look like AI crap. So one angle that I really like is that they're targeting a lot of like tourists and expats. So they're basically telling price conscious people that like it's much cheaper than back home. So it would be wise to get it like while they're on holiday, right? To get it now, just so that it's cheaper and then the quality is good. They say that it's American owned, right? So they're trying to appear Western, even though that they're in Asia, right? Awesome. Let's continue. Okay. Conclusion. So your online presence matters. It matters a lot, right? Your website matters. Your Instagram matters. Your Facebook, your TikTok. I know people, TikTok, right? But that's just how the world works these days, right? You got to be on all channels, cover all the bases, right? They work together, right? So they kind of amplify each other, right? So if you make a really good website and then you have a bad Instagram, it doesn't really work that well. But once that Instagram is good, it kind of amplifies, right? And it makes everything even much better. Stop posting every tattoo. We don't need to see that. You don't need to post a tattoo every day. If it's a bad tattoo, just don't post it. It's much better like that people don't have that kind of excuse like, oh, but that one tattoo was bad. And I don't really like how he did the lines there or whatever. So that, yeah, it's much better. Just don't post it. Use videos to vibe, right? People want to see the vibe of the studio. How are you? Like, who are you, right? Smile a bit, show your face. Like the most boring sites or tattoo artists, right? Are the ones where it's like tattoo. That's it. Just like no personality, no video, no ideas, nothing. Just tattoos. I mean, that looks like a random tattoo fan page. You know what I mean? We don't want that. We want to see, like, we want to appear authentic, right? We want to know, like, the vibe of the studio or your vibe, right? As a tattoo artist. And yeah, most importantly, don't just use AI for everything. Like, people can smell it. I think these days, like, it's truly funny. Like I work with AI a lot. So that way, like I can spot it. I can spot it immediately when people use it, and it's everywhere. So if you don't use AI or you use it like in specific circumstances, you really are going to feel the difference, right? People are going to notice. People are going to feel like, okay, this feels different. This doesn't feel generic. This doesn't feel like what every other brand or tattoo studio is doing, right? So yeah, just try to speak, try to be yourself, right? Try to have some kind of authenticity there. I think that helps a lot.